We tend to associate high intelligence with total precision. Our cultural image of a genius is a mind that never forgets a detail, never stumbles over a word, and operates with absolute, unshakable certainty. But in practice, high-level cognition rarely looks that way. You are much more likely to find exceptionally capable people pacing the sidewalk muttering to themselves, losing keys, or staring blankly out a window. This creates a strange gap between expectation and reality. If a high IQ provides superior problem-solving power, we have to ask why these minds rely on habits that look entirely disorganized to an outside observer. These odd behaviors suggest a brain that is radically optimizing its limited resources. They indicate the mind prioritizes deep learning and complex analysis over maintaining a conventional exterior. What society often dismisses as being awkward or absent-minded can be viewed as the visible byproducts of a brain allocating its focus to higher-order challenges. Take the habit of talking to yourself. To a stranger, seeing someone pace a room while muttering under their breath looks socially awkward or even confusing. Psychologists identify this as verbal reasoning. Rather than a random reaction, it functions as a deliberate mental tool used to organize complex information during moments of high cognitive demand. By forcing abstract thoughts through a linguistic filter, you turn scattered ideas into tangible data points, improving concentration. This internal focus explains external messiness. A cluttered desk may hide a perfectly structured digital archive. This is the result of selective organization. Because the human brain has a finite amount of attention bandwidth, it must choose where to spend its energy. When the mind is occupied with future planning or creative synthesis, routine physical details are deprioritized by the brain's filtering systems. Forgetting where you parked the car suggests that your brain has allocated its limited resources towards solving a complex problem instead of recording a routine spatial detail. This internal focus also shapes social behavior. Highly intelligent individuals frequently avoid small talk and intentionally seek long periods of isolation without experiencing loneliness. They recognize that attention is a finite resource. Protecting that resource from surface-level distractions requires physical space and the ability to tolerate what others might perceive as boredom. This quiet reflection activates the default mode network, a specific neurological circuit that powers up effectively when external inputs stop. Once active, the network bridges distant memories and abstract concepts, synthesizing insights that lead to creative breakthroughs. This hyperconnectivity often produces a unique sense of humor. These individuals tend to notice the hidden ironies and subtle contradictions that occur beneath the surface of a conversation. Laughing at nothing is simply the outward evidence of rapid mental associations occurring beneath conscious awareness. Sitting in silence or disconnecting from the group provides the necessary environment for the brain to process its most complex information. There is also the intellectual paradox, the habit of frequently changing opinions, abandoning long-term goals, or seeking out people who passionately disagree with them. Society often views this behavior as a sign of weakness or a lack of commitment to a chosen path. Sticking to a plan just because of past investment is the sunk cost fallacy. Highly capable minds avoid this trap by updating their strategy when new evidence appears. This cognitive flexibility bypasses dead ends that capture those emotionally attached to first drafts. This process relies on intellectual humility, the ability to separate your personal ego from your current set of beliefs. This continuous self-assessment functions as an internal quality control, catching errors and refining assumptions before they become established mistakes. Discarding an outdated idea maintains the momentum of actual discovery, serving as a practical safeguard against intellectual stagnation. None of these habits exist in a vacuum. Simply being messy or staying up late does not provide a guarantee of a high IQ. True intelligence is found in a constant process of observation and adaptation. It is a mind perpetually reevaluating its own methods while in motion. Highly capable minds tend to prioritize the pursuit of truth over the comfort of certainty, and internal depth over the appearance of order. If you catch yourself pacing, changing your mind, or staring blankly out a window, there is no reason to doubt your focus. These perceived flaws suggest a mind functioning with a different set of priorities, one that values internal depth and constant learning over external convention.